Can just 2 minutes a day actually change most of your body? It sounds ridiculous, because we've been trained to believe real fitness takes 1-hour workouts, complicated programs, and perfect motivation. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Your body doesn't transform because of long workouts. It transforms because of repeated signals. And one of the most powerful signals you can give your body is 50 kettlebell swings every day. But there is one rule almost nobody understands. And if you miss it, nothing changes. So today we're breaking down what actually happens to your body when you commit to this, why most people fail with it, and why this tiny habit quietly outperforms many traditional workout routines. Let's start with the lower body. The kettlebell swing is famous for a reason. It builds the engine of the human body, your glutes and hamstrings. Most people think squats are the king of lower body exercises. They're good, but they're slow, grinding, controlled. The swing is different. The swing is explosive. Every repetition forces your hips to snap forward. Your glutes launch the weight, your hamstrings stop it. Then they reload again. That's not just exercise. That's athletic movement. Electromyography testing, which measures muscle activation, shows the glute muscles fire at extremely high levels during proper swings. High enough to stimulate growth even for people training at home. And here's something many people don't know. Your glutes are not just cosmetic muscles. They are your posture muscles, your back pain protection muscles, your power muscles. Weak glutes are one of the main hidden causes of lower back pain in modern adults. Because when your hips stop working, your spine takes over. That's when pain begins. Hip hinge movements, not endless squats, are what rebuild the body's natural support system, and the swing trains that hinge perfectly. Over time, the muscles begin firing faster and stronger. Walking feels easier. Stairs feel lighter. Running improves. Even standing feels different. People notice the shape change first, but the real change is structural. Your body becomes supported again. Now here's where it gets interesting. Most people sit 8 to 12 hours a day. Head forward, shoulders rounded, back compressed. This isn't just posture. This is a nervous system adaptation called forward head posture, sometimes called tech neck. Your body literally reshapes itself around your habits, but the kettlebell swing attacks that problem directly. Every correct rep pulls the shoulders back, the upper back tightens, the spine stacks vertically. At the top of the swing, your ankles, hips, shoulders, and head align in one straight line. You are rehearsing good posture dozens of times in minutes. Physical therapists sometimes call the kettlebell swing a moving plank, because your core and spinal stabilizers must stay braced while the body moves around them. Instead of trying to sit up straight all day, the muscles that hold you upright simply become stronger. That means less slouching, less neck tension, less shoulder ache. And breathing even improves because your rib cage opens again. But before we go further, this is important. The people who stay strong into their 50s and 60s do not just train muscles. They train resilience. That's actually why I built the LiftZip 30-day challenge. It isn't a random workout calendar. It teaches stability, core control, and hip movement patterns, step by step, so your body stops breaking down while you train. If you decide to try the swing habit, combine it with that progression and your joints will thank you later. Now let's talk about something nobody expects. Your hands. Every kettlebell swing forces your grip to fight momentum. The bell tries to pull away. Your forearms resist. Over and over. This quietly builds grip strength faster than many machines. And grip strength matters more than people think. Large longevity studies have shown grip strength is strongly connected to health span and independence as people age. Stronger grip often predicts longer life. So those 2 minutes are not just working your legs. They are training your nervous system. Then comes the heart. Do 50 challenging swings without stopping and your heart rate climbs rapidly, often into the 75 to 85% max range. That's interval training territory. You're getting strength training and cardiovascular training at the same time. In under 2 minutes, your body burns calories during the set, then keeps burning calories after. This is called the afterburn effect. Your metabolism stays elevated because your body is restoring oxygen and repairing muscle tissue. Think of it like sprinting, but for your whole body. No treadmill, no long cardio sessions, Now here's the harsh truth. Most people try this and get zero results. Not because the exercise doesn't work, because they break the one rule: intensity. Many people grab a very light kettlebell and just complete the 50 reps. They feel fine at the end. That means nothing happened. The goal is not finishing. The goal is adaptation. You should be breathing hard by the last 5 to 10 swings. Heart pounding. Grip burning. Effort around a 7 or 8 out of 10. If you can talk easily after. The bell is too light. Your body only changes when it receives a strong enough signal. Effort creates adaptation. Completion does not. Now let's cover safety. The swing is not a squat, and it is not a back bend. It is a hinge. Your hips move backward. Your spine stays neutral. Chest open. Shoulders packed down. The arms do not lift the bell. Your hips launch it. At the bottom position, the back stays flat and the weight sits in your heels. You inhale and brace. Then snap the hips forward and exhale sharply. At the top, you stand tall, not leaning backward. The lats stay tight. This protects the spine like armor. If your lower back rounds or you pull with your arms, you are no longer swinging. You are stressing your back. So master the hinge first. Now let's talk about how to actually start. Week 1. 5 sets of 10 swings. Short rests. Focus on form. Your body wakes up quickly. You will feel muscles in your hips and upper back you forgot existed. Week 2. 2 sets of 25. Breathing becomes the challenge. Heart and lungs adapt. Daily tasks feel easier. Week 3 and 4. 1 unbroken set of 50 swings. This is where the habit locks in. Movement becomes automatic. Posture improves. Grip strengthens. Recovery speeds up. And here's what really changes: consistency. You remove the biggest barrier in fitness: time. 2 minutes is too small to procrastinate, which is why habits built around small daily actions often beat perfect workout plans. And this is exactly what we practice inside LiftZip. The 30-day challenge isn't about destroying yourself. It's about proving to your brain you are the type of person who shows up daily. Because once identity changes, results follow automatically. Your body responds to repetition more than motivation. So can 2 minutes change your body? Yes. Not because it's magic. Because it's sustainable. 50 powerful signals to your muscles. 50 posture corrections. 50 cardiovascular spikes. Every single day. And when you stack that over 30 days, you don't just get stronger. You become consistent. And consistency is the real transformation. If you decide to start, begin tomorrow. Pick a challenging weight. Focus on perfect hinges. Never miss 2 days in a row. And if you want a step-by-step path to make it automatic, the LiftZip 30-day challenge is in the description. Start small. Stay consistent. And watch what your body does when you finally give it the right signal.